Welcome, fellow boxing theorists. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at my boxing student Eddie's first amateur fight. We're also going to be taking a look, talking about some stuff, and talking about the Fouts Boxing Academy. Obviously, if you care about my students' fights, you're interested in coaching, probably. Okay, so first off, cracking him with here. Now, I've only worked with Eddie. We worked for a few months. We went on a little road trip and went to Texas and went to Philly and did some training. But I've only been training Eddie. Here he is catching that guy coming in with a big overhand right. Boom. Hits him with a three-piece combination right over the top of the jab and then control, body, head, body. Boom. Beautiful, beautiful work. And Eddie just has so much power. You can see the combination punching. uh, we've only been working for a few months together, and obviously, work to do, but teaching him to be strong and an athletic, snappy puncher, and he's really walloping this guy. We get another standing 8 count here. This is the beginning, or this is the end here, as you saw here. Two standing 8 counts. That's a large portion of an entire round is waiting for this guy to recover from getting punched in the head by my student, right? So now it's also his first fight since we've gotten together. It's his second amateur fight ever. And we still got to learn the weight cutting procedures and this and that and how to warm up. I think we warmed up a little bit too much. You see him being a little bit cocky here. His opponent tried to switch southpaw on him and got cracked immediately. But our opponent was a little bit bigger than us in height. I think we weighed in a little bit more than he did, but he's definitely bigger than us. Definitely has his weight cutting down a little bit better than us. But anyway, he was telling him to turn his punches over. He thought that Eddie was hitting him with a slap. But if you guys see that our training, if you guys see that our once you join the academy and you see what we're doing, what I teach, you'll understand what's really going on, why he might think that, but also like how crazy important it is. Like you can't do what we're doing and slap with your hands. It's not gonna work. but but yeah, I train Eddie in person. We work together. We're gonna be going amateur, doing all the amateur stuff this year. Um, and seeing what happens, right? Seeing what happens, seeing where we're gonna go, about being pro, and all that stuff. And again, Eddie's only been with me for a few months. A little head movement there, but yeah, Eddie's really trying to whack this guy. We do wind up getting headbutted a couple of times as the guy, he really doesn't want to sit on the outside. Eddie picking him off on the inside there. The guy's trying to smother a little bit. Putting a little pressure on, control, getting the counter as he leaves, catching him as he comes in. Bait him in, Eddie. Bait him in. Eddie steals a body shot there. Misses his combination here. Oh, I think we get headbutted right there. And obviously the guy doesn't want to strike with Eddie, so he's trying to flood the line with them. But Eddie winds up catching him with a pretty good combination here. Boom, boom. Rips his mouthpiece out, and look at the guy's. It's obvious that he needs an 8 count, right? He needs a break right there. We don't actually get a credit for an 8 count, even though we knocked his mouthpiece out, which obviously could be ending the fight, right? Catch him with a good combination here. Catch him with some good shots there. Gets another 8 count. That's should be two 8 counts in a row. And again, such a large portion of this fight was fought waiting for these standing 8 counts to be over. And again, the guy's not really trying to fight exactly. He wants to get his head in Eddie's chest. And, I don't want to say spoil, but he can't fight Eddie at that range. Eddie's too fast. Eddie's hitting him too hard. The ref telling him, hey, chill out, man. What are you doing? The Now Eddie comes in with an uppercut. I always tell everybody, don't lead with an uppercut. It can't be. Eddie does get hit right here, but he does wind up landing his combination every punch, and then again catches him coming in again. I think Eddie got headbutted right there. He wound up having like a pretty fat lip. Oh, headbutted him again right there. But yeah. Aside from the headbutt, not too much damage. But the whole fight is available on his channel, which is the link is in the description. You can watch it with sound. You can hear the shots. You can hear the crowd's reaction. All that fun stuff. Now, as we talk about the Fouts Boxing Academy, some stuff that's really important. Again, I've only been with Eddie for a few months. We've only done a few in-person sessions. We did the whole road trip. But I take this job super seriously. I take it really seriously. I'm the fucking best. Every piece of film study that you've seen in the last 7 years that talks about controlling the line, crossing the line, power punching, positioning. Position one, the front foot position, back foot position. It's all influenced by my theory, by my teachings, and the way that I teach boxing, and the things that I have proved. That I showed the world, that I gave the world confidence to say, hey, that's really what's happening in that moment. Before I started teaching boxing, what was going on in the ring was a mystery to the world, to everyone. Okay? I'm the best. Okay? Now, the reason that I say that is here we got this whoops. That. I guess I can't really click on this very well. Here we go. Here's some of the reviews here. So this guy here, Duke Fleet here, this wannabe coach's endless trash talk and self-inflating overshadow any legitimate training. His followers enable the toxicity, accept humiliation as part of the grind, and none of them display even basic competence. Avoid, right? That's fair. This guy was part of it for a month. He would send private messages to people and like say stuff like that. He never said a single word in the actual chat, which is fine, whatever. Left a review. This is what he thinks. Didn't send in any video of his own. Whatever. Okay. But look what I showed what I can do with just a little bit of coaching with Eddie. Less than 1 year, right? And that's what he's accomplishing. Okay. Now, this guy right here, this guy's a 2-time national champion in his country. This is fighting Ireland. Whoops. He's from Ireland. He's actually staying with me right now. He's in the U.S. We're doing some in-person training. And again, this is how serious I take my job. Okay, I'll just show you guys real quick. Here's like one of the 30-minute pad work videos that we're doing, working on striking, working on boxing, working on, all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to show you guys what we're doing. Are you kidding me? Are you crazy? This gentleman here, Cloudy, we met also in he flew out to train me. I haven't met this gentleman yet, or this gentleman. This guy lives in Iran. And I did meet this gentleman in person. I met him in London. So this person's met me in person. This person's met me in person. I haven't gotten to meet this gentleman in person yet, but very, very dedicated student, very dedicated. But I just want to point that out. And the reason I said that is because of a conversation that was going on right before he left, right? Obviously, he just wants to say whatever mean stuff. It's okay, whatever, right? But this is the guy that he's talking about, the delusions and whatever. But if this is who I want in the Discord, these are the people that I want to be teaching. Okay, if this is not what you're about, don't join. Okay, if this is not what you want to learn, Okay, if you don't want any part of the greatest, okay, because it takes a lot of hard work. Okay, that guy mentioned the humiliation or this or that. Here's the thing: if you guys are embarrassed about sending in a little bit of video to the community, a community that you guys are all paying to be a part of, you pay to be a part of this community, so you all value it, and you're so embarrassed that you can't send video in. You're so worried about it. How are you going to become a great fighter? How are you going to compete under the lights? How are you going to respond when you get punched in the face and you're like, "Oh shit, my whole fucking family saw that." And in the moment right there, you get so mad. How are you going to respond? How are you going to be able to do this if you're too embarrassed to send in video to learn? Okay? It's not about humiliation. Okay? Someone so small-minded couldn't understand that it's not a big deal. You just got to send in the video so I can teach you to get better. But everybody's worried about it. But anyway, you saw the kind of power that Eddie had. You saw what he was hitting that guy with three-piece combinations, getting standing 8 counts. He got at least, 4 standing 8 counts, plus knocked that guy's mouthpiece out, which should have been one, because if you look at that, the dude was like, he's falling over. He's falling over. Boom, body shot, wow, wow. Look at him. Excuse me. But ooh, pardon me, guys. But anyway, if this isn't you, if this isn't what you want out of your boxing, if you don't want to train hard, you don't want to learn, if you don't want someone to just be, "Oh yeah, good job, wow," and baby you through this process, because here's the thing. Also, the other thing is, everyone expects this process to take forever. Everyone's like, one of the comments that one of the gentlemen made to in the thing is like, "Wow, this feels years away to getting this kind of fluidity and this kind of that." In less than a year, in 6 months, okay, 6 months. And now here's the thing: you guys join, you can see the before and afters. You can see how coordinated people look, and then how fast it happens if you train, if you do the drills. The drills that I have in there will teach you to become a better athlete. They'll teach you to generate power. They'll teach you to generate strength in your whole body. Okay? It's not just about boxing, it's about using boxing to get stronger. Okay? To become a better athlete, all while learning to fight. Again, it's the most complete system in combat sports history. Okay? There will never be a better combat system than the Fouts Boxing Academy. Okay? On top of that, there's film study, there's all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. Now, there used to be a $20 a month payment. I'm no longer doing that. I don't want people like that joining. Don't put any effort into it. Don't learn. Don't grow. And then send messages to private messages to people and just talk shit, to people trying to dissuade them from my system, when they don't understand it. Now, here's the other thing, right? He mentioned um, that there's people don't show a lack of like a core understanding or this or that, or number one, not a lot of people are posting at the moment in the Fouts Boxing Academy, and that's because all the people that work hard and listen and send in videos. I have another private Discord that I teach other things. I teach strength and conditioning. I teach stretching. I teach all kinds of fitness and theory, and all kinds of other stuff, as well as other stuff. But it's a whole other private server that I allow the people who work really hard to get together and learn, and I teach private stuff too. But that's only for the people who work really hard. However, um, they still post in the community, obviously. But the thing is I'm not going to be doing the $20 a month anymore. I'm only going to be doing the 1 year and the 6 month packages. Now, The biggest complaint that people have is that um, the biggest complaint that people have is that it's too expensive. Okay. Now, if you live in a country, if you live in a country that um, that $20 a month is too much, okay, let me know. Let me know what country you're in. If you have an economic problem, okay, I coach people for free too. Okay, I do scholarships. All right, I give people discounts. I want animals. I want people who want to work hard. If you're one of those guys that works hard, that wants an opportunity, okay, uh, let's see, how can I do a scholarship thing? Well, I'm sure we can figure it out. Send me a message. If you need a discount, let me know what country you're in. Let me know what you can afford. Let me know we can figure it out. Okay? I don't want anybody to be left out because of that. But also, this place is a really, really cool community. Okay? There are a lot of other things that people talk about. People talk about boxing. People talk about the fights. They talk about boxing betting. They talk about the drills. There's also film study. Um, and yeah. But anyway, I've been kind of rambling on a little bit. um, yeah. Fuck that guy. That guy's a fucking retard.